has just begun. We feed the war machine. Hide your daughters, your firstborn sons, as we welcome all catastrophe. All the hate, all the lies. Let us see how you lie. Every time you lie in denial, suicide kill.
My poison, Poseidon, inside me. Conscious is present, and God is beside me. The tide tends to weave in foul disposition. Hide your death.
Thank Grimm, it's fucking Friday.
Woohoo!
Woohoo. After this fucking week, yeah, I don't know about anybody else, but I am thankful that it is Friday. Granted, tomorrow is still a long day because tomorrow night we probably will be doing a pop-up show from the from Ben Salem at the concert we will be at. But I see we have two people right now, so let's start with the two people that are here right now. Who is here? Because we don't want to get into anything because there are. I remember two of the topics I want to talk about tonight. Mr. Nass says, "Hola." I remember two of the topics. There were three that I definitely wanted to hit, but I'm sure that I will come up with it. And my cousin Cora, and there's one more person. Nope, two more people. As I said, we don't want to get into these stories just yet without everybody being here. Oh, Miss Grimm is here. But Miss Grimm is right there. And Stephen here. Missing your sidekick. Who's my sidekick? My sidekick's laying on the floor.
No, that's the furry sidekick.
Well, that's my sidekick. I haven't had another sidekick except for Heather, the Crimson Phoenix. That's my normal sidekick on the show.
Who we wish lots of love.
Yes, lots of love and hope everything is going well for her and just keep her in your prayers. Your favorite person in the world, Elena Hope. She just likes me because I give her Cheerios.
Pop's got Cheerios and Moo Juice.
Pop's got Cheerios
And poop
and
juice.
Moo Juice and Poop Juice. And what was really funny is that she actually went home and blew chunks on your mother. She leaves Pop's house, she goes to your house, and she throws up.
We also need to
And Gary is here.
Gary. We also need to send positive thoughts to Marzi.
Yes, and positive thoughts to my sister. So we've got 5 people. So let's just start the night.
Well, before we start the night,
Did you?
do we want to show Mr. Nass's presence?
Are you joining the show? Huh?
Why not?
No. If you want to show them, you can show them. But you're doing a lot of direction and everything. So I'm asking you, are you joining the show tonight? No? She loves her pop. Well, if you're going to show shit, then get up.
I can't at the moment.
What the fuck?
Potato!
Tell her to move.
Potato! Potato!
Luna.
Potato!
Luna, move.
Potato!
How easy that was. Look, even Freya got up.
So we have
So, first thing, Mr. Nast. Next thing. Hey, you guys.
comes with the pirate hat and the eye patch.
And this comes with the pirate hat and the eye patch, which Mr. Nast will be wearing on the 24-hour show with his pretty princess outfit. See, and there's a whole big bag of shit here in the back. And now Troy is here. And we got one reaction already. Okay, so we can start.
I will shut up now and go back to my cat.
Well, one thing we did tonight was we went to Party City. And that's where we had gotten that stuff. Well, all this 5-foot skeletons they have, because I've come up with an idea of something I want to do with one of the skeletons. All the 5-foot skeletons are marked $60. But their price markdown was at like 44.
Yeah, and then it was $50.
Say like $45, and then it was like 50% off of that. There you go. Mr. Nass says Pirate Princess. Echo. Volume 6. Okay. So we did that, and like I said, it would be like $23 or 20 some odd dollars after, the 50% off. So I start looking through the skeletons to find exactly the one that I want. I want something that looks good, doesn't have any cracks, the joints are still stiff in it. And I come across one that has a price tag on it of $9. Now, every other skeleton that is 5 foot tall is all marked at the $59 price. So I see the lady, the manager that is working there, and I said, look, I was just checked on Fortnite because it ends at 2 a.m. Okay, Troy. So I went and I told the lady, the manager, I said, look, you may want to check the rest of these skeletons because somebody marked one of these at $9. And I said, if you get a real asshole, such as myself, is going to really fight you on this $9. And I said, look, I won't fight your cashiers too bad. Joking around. I wasn't going to try and get over. I would have paid the 20 some odd dollars. And the manager turned around and says to me, well, I will honor that price at $9. And I'm like, holy shit, what a bargain. What a bargain for me. So yes, there was that. But one of the things that we wanted to talk about tonight. So who here, everybody goes out. But what is up with these younger girls today? Because we stopped at Wawa, myself and Miss Grimm. And while Miss Grimm was in the store getting what we were getting, 2 girls pull up in a truck next to me. Now, the one girl, she's got a t-shirt on. She's got like pink sweatpants on. Okay. The girl that is driving walks around the vehicle. And as she's walking into the store, her shorts are so short and so baggy now that you can see up the front of her shorts. But her ass is hanging out of this. Now, this girl can't be more than... If she's 20, I'd be surprised. I would say she's old enough to drive. But as she's standing there and people are coming out of the store, she keeps trying to fix the back of her shorts because that much of her ass is showing. If your shorts, if you are fixing your ass that much, don't you think you're fixing your ass that much before you leave the house? So why would you put on these shorts to go out? The whole purpose that you put these shorts on, sweetheart, is so that guys will look at you. That is the only purpose that they put these shorts on. Does anybody else see this at all, that these young girls are running around? And look, I love my daughter Stephanie to death, but I would have fucking killed her. And the same principle as if when Hope got older. It would not fucking happen. Once you're out of the house, if you sneak the shit on, there's not much you can do. But while you are home, definitely need to check IDs nowadays. Yeah, because the thing is, like I said, I know she's not older than 20, but she's at least old enough to drive. So that puts her between 17 and possibly 18 years of age. Exactly. And it's like, I don't understand it. Girls don't want to get these names, but they're walking around like this. Guess what, sweetheart? You got yourself a name. And she could be the nicest, sweetest girl on the face of the planet. Dress like a smut, you're going to be known as a smut. So yes, that's the problem with this generation. Girls barely dress. They be half naked. They want to call men pervs. No, I agree with that, but I just, it's absolutely fucking hilarious that the first thing is a guy looks at a girl, and let's just say she happens to be 16, 17 years old, and she is dressing like that. If a guy happens to glance, automatically he is considered a pervert or a pedophile or something along those lines, because this is a young girl that is not legal yet doing this because she is intentionally out there looking to get this kind of attention. Ugh. I don't know. So today is the day after Halloween. Even growing up, I never showed my body because I had respect for myself and still do. My daughter is 1 year old. She's not even allowed to have her diaper show.
Unless she's here.
Yeah, I mean, if she's here. But I mean, like your sister used to run around the house in a diaper. You used to run around the house in a diaper.
Who was the one who was always trying to run around naked?
Stephanie. Stephanie was always running around the house naked. So we're the day after Halloween. So who all had a good Halloween? What did you guys do? Did you do anything special? Did you go out places? Myself and Miss Grimm, we ended up, no, in public. She can't have her diaper showing. Myself and Miss Grimm stayed home last night. Mr. Nast ended up coming over. It had just been a very, very long week. You know what? I just remember what my other topic was about. Maple Shade. The apartment. That was my other topic. So there's my other topic, which I will hit that next. So, yep, stayed home. We did that. It's been a very, very long week this week. Yeah, Miss Grimm's had some flashbacks this week. I've had doctors. I had to work. I had doctor's appointments out the ass, which actually turned out pretty good because, let's see, Monday. I don't remember what we did Monday. It was that fucking long ago. Tuesday. Mr. Nast was here Tuesday because we went to look at the puppies. Wednesday.
Monday, you and I went. No, that was Sunday.
We went Sunday to go look at puppies and then check out the shelter to see if maybe the cats were there. But Monday, I don't remember. But I know Monday was a long day. Tuesday, Mr. Nass came over and we went back to the shelter. Wednesday, I had my second post-op for the hardware that they took out, and we got the final approval. Everything looks good. They did x-rays, so everything looks good. So we are now moving on now, directing towards the hip because we are no longer under the care for the hardware that was removed. So that is good. So we are moving the next step closer to the hip replacement. And then Friday or Thursday, I went to the cardiologist and everything looks good. They were happy with my blood pressure. They're happy with my weight. the everything's looking good, and the EKG looks good. 1 p.m. WE tomorrow, which is in Saudi Arabia. I am probably not going to be watching it because I have another late night tomorrow night. Now, tonight, of course, is a long day just because we had to do some running. We got the show tonight. Tomorrow is going to be long because we have some errands to do in the morning. Then by afternoon
get
time,
a new toilet seat because somebody broke it.
yeah, we got to get a new toilet seat. But afternoon time, we will be laying down for a nap because tomorrow night we have a concert, which we probably will be doing a pop-up show here and there, probably before, maybe just during, and maybe even after. So I don't know how great our signal's going to be, but yes, Mr. Mr. Reverend Grimm and Miss Grimm are going to be taking a nap tomorrow afternoon. So there is that. So this weekend has been very, very long. Next weekend is going to be long. Sunday's going to be long because we have our monthly meeting Sunday night. Thank you. It's a band that I used to work with and I toured with for a while. So it's kind of like a reunion show that they're doing. I mean, they had done the 20-year reunion, but now they're doing Mr. Nasty on the go from 6:30 a.m. to 12 a.m. Yeah, because we probably won't be home until about 1 in the morning. So there's that. But what made this week also long is
Monday we were at the apartment.
we were not at the apartment on Monday. Wednesday we were at the apartment. We went Wednesday because we were up in the area for my doctor. So what made this week actually long was on Wednesday, the one thing I always still seem to do is I go to the old apartment, the old burned out. Well, when we got there, we got out and we looked at it, and come to find that they are actually rebuilding it now, which I don't know quite how to be with it. I don't know if I'm necessarily, I wouldn't say I'm mad, but I don't know quite how to really process it. I mean, here is this, and most people will say, look, I can't necessarily sit aside and talk about it because it is very, very direct, close to our family. And my feel is that they shouldn't have rebuilt the building. Now, they are putting new cinder block on top of the old cinder block that is still there. They didn't take out any of the charred cinder block. And they are using pressure treated lumber in these apartments. Now, for anybody that knows anything about building, pressure treated, you are not supposed to use inside. And the reason being is when pressure treat burns, it actually lets off arsenic from the chemicals they use to pressure treat it. That's why termites won't chew pressure treated wood. So, and even the people that sit and are building this, wouldn't you think they would ask, so what is the deal with this apartment? We can see that it burned out. I hope everybody's okay, whatever. And, you ask questions and then you got to think with the conscience. And this just says that they're looking for the mighty dollar on this situation. They're not looking at anything else. They're not looking at, and that's where it's very hard to actually sit and say, because of how close it is in our family. You can't you can't walk away from it. You just can't. You can't be that outside person looking in. So that has made a lot of things interesting. As we said, it's Grimm. As you can tell, Mr. Nass says it's bull. As you can tell, Mr. Grimm is tired today. The king is tired. Didn't rest up. Past couple days, haven't really slept well. Oh, I got a puppy. I feel a puppy under my foot. And Miss Grimm has just been having some flashbacks, and she's just pretty much gotten herself because of the anxiety and everything. Hey, Jackie. Hi, all. Someone need to take my puppies. Mr. Nash says hello. So, as I said, being on the outside trying to look in, I can't quite process the whole thing of them building on top of what is there. I mean, what do you think? If they tore the building completely down to the ground and put an entire new building up, is that different than just building on what's there? Jackie says she's mad. Why are you mad? So if they tore the entire building down, what do you think? Is it okay if they completely build it back up from ground up? Or do you think it's kind of the same thing as building it but not tearing everything down? No, it's not okay. You shouldn't be doing shit. See, that's where, as I said, it's very, very hard for me to process, because me as a person trying to stay on the outside. Now, granted, yes, it's different because it's a fresh start, but still messed up to build on top. But to just build on top of what was is just wrong. And I agree, because I think, like, I'm still looking at some of the wood that is still left in the places, and some of it is still scorched and burned. And I mean, I'm looking at the walls, and you can see the cinder block walls are leaning, and they're twisted, and there's holes through the cinder block into the next apartment, which by law you can't do. And yes, fix the rest. I mean, they built that big, huge, what would you call that? That clubhouse, and it was like, some people say maybe they should put like a reflecting place or like a park or something there. And I get that, but even the park that is over there, because anybody that knows Fox Meadow, they know there's that little Rainbow Academy or whatever it is. Don't build a new one, fix shit first. No, I agree 100%. But there's a little daycare over there, and behind that daycare there's a little playground. And it used to be that the kids in there could go back and play on that playground. PFR goes to jail. Build on top of PFR.
No, we don't want SARS corrupting the ground.
Yeah, SARS will corrupt the ground. But the playground, the kids in that daycare used to be able to go play in. But now, since they built this clubhouse,
Freya, what are you doing?
they've decided that they were going to block off this playground. So now the little kids can't even go out in the back and go and play on the playground like they used to. Because in order to get in that area, you have to be a member of their clubhouse. And from what I understand, the prices to get into the clubhouse were absolutely ungodly. And the worst part is, they have people going to that clubhouse that don't even live on that property. They've let people, just anybody, come in from wherever, and as long as they are paying the membership, they have access to that clubhouse, which I think is absolutely asinine. Because all the money that they're making on that clubhouse should go directly back into that community to try and bring that community up to its standards. So I like I said, that was something else that I wanted to sit and talk about tonight. But as we said, we were talking about Halloween. Believe it or not, here we didn't see a single trick-or-treater. But last night we were sitting outside. Probably. What time would you say all that happened, babe? Had to be.
Johnny got here around.
I think Mr. Nass got here around 9 o'clock. John, what time did you get here last night? Do you remember? I know when you left last night, we had to do this quickly because you had a stinky kitty by your car. There's a stinky kitty outside right now. No more stinky kitties. I think John got here about 9 o'clock last night. I think. Because I know we waited for a while. We have 1 million, but this jerk laid under her bed, turned her light off because my kids weren't home. With my state of mental state, I won't deal with anybody or kids. Sorry. There should be a full disclosure if they are building on top of what was there to just build in. Put a new family in there without any additional knowledge is wrong and distasteful. All right, so yeah, he got here about 8:45. So I mean, I imagine this happened earlier. It was definitely earlier before you got here. We were sitting outside, and all of a sudden you hear fire siren. You hear sirens. And this is fire sirens and ambulances and police cars. And this is probably about 7:30, quarter to 8. And I'm like, what is all this going on? So my Ring camera, if anybody has a Ring system, knows that one of the things in there is called neighbors. And with neighbors, you're able to talk to the community who else has their system monitored. And I had asked, does anybody know what the deal is with all the sirens? Now, I thought maybe it was like a Halloween parade, but where it was coming from, I just thought it was really strange that they were having a Halloween parade back in that section. So a couple minutes later, my phone dings because somebody commented on what I put up. And what they had said had happened was a child was struck by a car crossing the street, and the child was trapped under the car. Now, automatically, that hits directly home right away. And then there's a helicopter flying over top of the corner store that's right around from us. He's just hovering. And then he ended up taking off, but it was one of the medical helicopters. So I don't know if he had any place to actually put this down. But I just can't fathom this. I found out the child was a 14-year-old girl. Okay, I was looking today to see if I could find an update because, I mean, not just prayers for this child to be okay, but to also that this family is okay in this time, because it's the worst phone call or the worst thing that a parent could ever hear. And it's one thing that myself and Miss Grimm have always said, and that is one thing that you don't want any parent to have to go through. So Exactly. And the thing is, it's like I was reading some of the comments that other people were putting up about different stories. And there was one that the one neighborhood somebody put up. Now, it doesn't give your name or anything, it just puts you as neighbor and a number. And one person put up, I called you because I knew you guys were over in that section. I wanted to call and make sure everything was okay. But other people were putting up that people were speeding through their neighborhoods and going the wrong way. And, I'll grant you that Halloween isn't the same as
Fuck
Christmas.
you. You're not getting my stuff. Go away. Take your drool with you.
Freya's begging. Halloween is not a holiday like
Come on.
Christmas and the 4th of July and Thanksgiving and shit like that. Halloween, as they say, you got to think on, what was it? Wednesday night, you had Mischief Night. On Thursday night, you have Halloween. And then today, you had All Saints Day. And I think the reason All Saints Day falls today is because you had 2 days of a pagan / holiday. Because anybody that knows the stories about Halloween and Mischief Night, All Hallows Eve, that it is a pagan ritual that just happened to carry over as, times progressed. But what the fuck is wrong with people? Like, where the fuck is your head? You know that these kids are out and they're crossing the streets. And don't get me wrong, it doesn't matter if they're young, like my grandchildren, or if they're 14 years old. They're very excited. They're running around. They're not thinking about it, and they run out. Okay. The kids should be watching more of what they're doing. And a lot of times they run out in between parked cars. And I've seen it. I've seen it myself personally. And, when I'm going through those areas, like, I'm barely moving. Like, the people behind me are pissed because I am, like, creating a traffic jam. But, what the fuck is wrong with people? Like, where the fuck is everybody? Where the fuck are people's heads? Like, is your head that far up and fucking locked that you cannot watch for a child and slow down crossing the street? Instead, you got to be a fucking butt nut, ass clown, and almost clip or kill, as this little girl is now probably fighting for her life because some asshole was too busy with their fucking head up their ass.
Or on the phone.
Or they were on their phone.
I hate to say it, but
People need to slow down. Oh, I agree. And as much as it sucks, thank you, Troy. Mr. Nass says sickening. As much as it sucks to say, after my accident in 2007, I did not have my driver's license for 8 years. I had to retake the driving test and the written test. The written test has changed so much since when I took it originally. I almost failed it. Now, when I went for the driving test, the guy at the inspection station went, "Really? You're doing a driving test for your license?" And I explained it to him. Next year, Halloween on a Friday night. Now that you want to talk about a crazy night, brace yourself for next year. Oh, exactly. 100% agreed. And, the guy that did my driving test, he's like, "Look, just go up, do a turnaround. He goes, I'm not even going to nail you for anything. Just go do this, and I'm just going to mark it. Ghost Guardians, that is either Amanda or Miki. Hello, and it's super sad. Most folks in Jersey drive like asses. No, I agree. And one place that is absolutely fucking horrible for driving is Delaware. I don't know what it is about Delaware, but fucking people in Delaware cannot drive at all. Not at all. So yes, that was Halloween here. Sitting in and just hoping that this child is going to recover and be okay.
In the words of my grandson, LA night, yeah.
LA night, yeah. So tonight, of course, the Reverend is watching wrestling while we are doing a show. The Reverend decided he was going to do this from his easy chair again. We will call this easy. Maybe we should call this the sleazy chair. It's because people in Delaware think they own the whole roads. That is true. Cora's also watching wrestling. So Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, United States Champion Triple Threat. So 1, 2, 3, 4. They got 4 matches scheduled for tomorrow so far that they're telling you about. So we have now come to the point where I'm about to put my stupid ass X on my keys. Yeah, that's never a good thing. That's not good, Jackie. But, unfortunately, sometimes X's run their mouths. And I get it. Let me go live. Fuck, hate him. Well, they don't know the whole scenario, but I'm sure you have a good reason for him being an ex and not, liking him anymore. I mean, I always say exes are exes for reasons. But this is where we are going to go with this next conversation. Now that we're almost 40 minutes in, first thing we're going to do is we got 7 people. So we are going to ask for a roll call. So let's see who is here, because this next little thing that I want to talk about, this I'm really, really interested in. Mr. Nass says Rawhide. So that's 1 of 7. Are you in too? Snacking and reading smut. Well, there you go. Which one? That's the original. I am interested on the cheese.
These are my fucking favorite.
So we've got 2 people answering that.
Away.
Grimm's
I
actually
will
been
fight.
lazy and hasn't even cut his hair.
Who?
Grimm. Gary is here. It's 3. Anybody else? Who else is here? There's 7. That means 4 more people. Don't be bashful. Say hello. So Cora's here. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. No, 1, 2, 3. That is 4 people. 3 more to go.
Don't be bashful.
Don't be bashful. Don't
He
be
doesn't
shy.
bite strangers. Only me.
I don't bite strangers. Only you. Ah.
But I could put the cone of shame on you.
So we just dropped down to 5. Okay. Well, obviously people don't want to be here or they don't want to talk. So that's okay. That's fine by me.
I'm going to give you the cone of shame.
You're going to give me the cone of shame? Oh, yeah. that was pretty funny. We saw that today earlier on Facebook. Miss Grimm showed me this. Um, a little boy,
He couldn't be more than 2 or 3.
yeah, couldn't be more than 2 or 3 years old, decided that it was a good idea to keep nipping and biting his sister. Now, I don't know if you people are going to say that this is just wrong or not, but I found it absolutely fucking funny. But mom decided to take the cone of shame and put the cone of shame around the boy's head. So here is this child looking through this blue collar, you know, the cone of shame, the lampshade that you put around an animal's head when they get fixed. So this way they can't bite at their stitches or lick at their stitches and rip their wound open. Yes, mom did this to a child. Now, I think that is absolutely fucking brilliant. And I definitely would have done something like that. Why? Because, again, the Reverend is an asshole. We've already determined Reverend's an asshole. So, yes, that was fucking funny. You know what? Where is my phonum honum? Is that my phonum honum? Can I have it, please? I think there was something.
Oh my God!
What? No, it's a Wayfair commercial. But the kid in there, the guy in there with the glasses, that was the original kid from A Christmas Story.
Yeah, they're already showing the link.
Good for her. So let's see here. There was something here. And myself and Miss Grimm had talked about. No. I need to find it. I don't remember where it was.
Who is it jiggling?
Oh, that's not it. There was something that we had talked. Oh, Mr. Nast, are you still in studio? If I send you something, can you share it up on screen for me? So let's see here. Okay. So I find this absolutely a fucking riot.
One of the ones that I sent you.
Yes. Happy you know it. Mr. Nast, if you could put that in the studio for me. You cannot tell me that's not a fucking riot. Here we're having back pain that's going in my hip and my leg. Maybe we should amputate. Send Mr. Nast something else here. I agree 100%. That fucking kid is fucking solid in my book.
Is this the
What's up, guys? Whoa! Did it work? I think so. Did anyone suspect anything? Elmo hate laughing between fountains. That wasn't the problem. He was a vampire. We caught him sucking on Grover. Whoa. I feel different.
Hi, Mr. Nass. I'm going to try and send you this one. You're just going to have to pause it. Maybe we could try and make it bigger so this way we can read it. See if we can get this big enough to be able to read this. We can't make that any bigger, can we? I don't think so. It's a shame because even on my phone, it's really small to read. But it's a fart chart. Let's see what we can do on my phone here. All right, so you got the common quacks. Quacks can range from a mumble to a megaphone. Remember, this duck always has really bad breath. So the duck always has bad breath. The butt putt, more of a poking of wind. It's sort of cute and could easily be mistaken for a pixie popping bubble wrap. The slide whistle, high pitched or low like a trombone. No one's dancing to this zigzagging note, but everyone will be chuckling. The swamp ninja. This deadly air biscuit is too hot and thick to produce sound. Unclear if it's gas, liquid, or solid, but beware, heat rises. The howler. So loud and long you can blame it on the dog, unless it's a werewolf that lives on garlic and chili. The overachiever. Shard alert. Sounds like someone stomped on a ketchup packet. This fart turned into extra credit, but the undies failed the test. The laugh alents. It can be started by anything funny, but mostly by farts. This belly quakes of LOLs create a synchronized FOL, farts out loud. The gut hunk. This happens inside road rage in the traffic jam of one's tummy. It's rare and has none of the smell, but still has all the shame. A concussion grenade. Hopefully, the boom warns you before the shockwave hits. Just hold your breath and call an O-ring repair doctor stat. And the last one, the strangled balloon animal. Doesn't even seem human. It's more like a modern connecting or a permanent or a parrot getting a bikini wax. Scary, even if it was yours. So there you go. Oh, you made it bigger. There you go. So there you go. There is the fart chart. And what I'll end up doing is I will end up posting that online. Anybody that wants to download that, it is absolutely fucking hilarious. I like all the little characters next to it. So, you believe we're almost at an hour already? Almost an hour. Where does the night go? 6 people. 6 people here. So, that is funny. Yes, Miss Grimm always does find some really good stuff for the Reverend. I will say that. Like, I have one here about a vagina and an engine. You ever watch The Count Censored? I think I did. Yes, I do think I actually watched that one. So now we're going to talk about a story. And this one, they bleep out the word count. 1 bleep. Okay, so I'm hoping we can get some really, really good take on this one. And this one will actually hopefully take us a little bit to discuss. I'm going to end up going mobile. Nope, not like that. LOL. Yes, but the thing is, if we show it here, you know what's going to happen. The same thing that always happens. So, we all know what is coming up on Tuesday. You pee your pants laughing. Well, you know what? Maybe we can actually post that on the page because we can get around that. And we can always just tag everybody so everybody can see it from the basement show. Because if we play it on here, what's going to happen? We're going to play it on here, and somebody at Facebook's going to have a fucking, major fucking hissy fit. And it's just going to be complete and total shit if we do the count, the count censored. I'm watching Mr. Nass go through his computer. So, we all know what is coming up on Tuesday. Now, we are not going to talk about politics here or anything along those lines. We are not going to talk about either candidate. The only thing we are going to say is what I saw. Do you remember what day we saw that? Did we see that Wednesday?
Yeah.
I think so. So on Wednesday, myself and Miss Grimm, we went over to Walmart in Deptford. Now, as I said, we all know who's running for the Republicans, the Democrats. We're not discussing either of them. But this person we passed, they were standing on Herfield Road and Clements Bridge Road, right there in front of the McDonald's. Now, they are holding a Trump flag. This is all we're getting to on that part. But the way that the guy, or if it was a girl, I don't know, was dressed. They had these big black wings on their back, and they had a mask, and the mask was black, and it had like gold tack studs in it. And the first thing that came to my mind was it looked like something from the Purge series, the movie The Purge, the TV series. Anybody who's seen that, everybody here know or seen the Purge series? Now, me, I really like it. And AJ thought the last one, the Forever Purge, was absolutely great because he would run around the house and I would say it's the Purge, and automatically you'd hear AJ out of nowhere, It's the forever purge. Which now, anybody that has not seen the purge that is here, the purge is a spot where you're now here in America, and throughout America for 12 hours, all crime is legal. Now, for weapons, it's anything that is considered under a class 4 weapon. And this was created by what they called as the government in the purge is the new founding fathers of America. So murder, torture, these things are legal. So they say that you go out and you purge to cleanse yourself. Okay. So my question is, now we have 5 people here, and I think this should be a really good discussion point. If, and I'm not saying, if a president got into power and got it passed that the purge was actually something that could be done. Now, according to the TV series, hey, Kelsey, we are actually getting into a very big discussion here about the purge. Because the other day there was a man standing on the corner over by Herfield Road and Clements Bridge Road in Deptford that was dressed like he was in the purge. And I don't know if you've ever seen it or not. But let's just say that the government got this passed and the purge was something that was actually going to be done. Now, in the movie, they have said that because of this, that crime is legal 1 day a year for 12 hours, that crime in communities actually dropped significantly. No home break-ins, no murders, no random shootings, none of this stuff, because you get 1 day out of the year of a free pass. If this was something that was actually passed and became a real thing, and we got 6 people here, who would actually would you actually consider taking part in the purge? Now remember, you can sit here and answer this, and nobody is going to think differently on how you answer it. And I will even go first. If the purge became something that was actually legitimate and did happen, yes, I would take part in the purge. I have somebody right at the top of my list I would have no problems with. 12 hours, I would say 11 3/4 hours, there is going to be torture. And then that last 15 minutes, I will take my time and take this person out of that equation. I'm indifferent about it, yes and no. So Mr. Nass says yes, he would, and no, he wouldn't. And this is where I'm hoping that we can get this discussion going, so this way we can see what people's takes of the yes and no part would be. Like, would you say yes because it has the chance of lowering crime in communities, or no because you are looking at the point as you are taking somebody else's life? You are wiping somebody off of this earth. And remember, there are no repercussions if you do this during that 12-hour time period. You cannot be incarcerated unless you actually break their rules, which is, like I said, weapons over a class 4 are not allowed. Civilians who are ranked 10 cannot be purged. So the FFA, the Founding Fathers of America, in the Purge movies, could not be purged themselves because they rank 10 or higher. And as I said, nobody is going to tell anybody that they are wrong or they are right, but it is an actual thing that throw it out there, because no matter how you look at it, in this day and age, we are constantly making history in different ways. I mean, there are a couple people that I would want gone, so yes, to eliminate them would be nice, but then the person I am comes out and I would feel guilty about it in the end. So it's the matter of you detest this person, but can you actually live with the point of yourself now that you've done this? You're not going to get in trouble for it, but in that process, you're going, why did I do this? Should I have done this? Should I have not done this? Myself, I would feel very strongly towards it, because if this was something that was absolutely proven that the crime rate was going to go down, that the economy was going to be better, that things would get better, then unfortunately I would be for it. I couldn't live with myself, no, because I took an innocent life, and at the end of the day, I know I wrecked someone's family, which is a very valid point. And this is why I'm saying I hope that we can kind of get this discussion going with everybody that is here, because everybody's going to have a different perspective. Now, in my perspective, most people, especially the people that are very close to me, know who is at the top of my list. Now, I wouldn't say give any names. Don't ever give names. That is, but Mr. Nass, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Would I feel bad about it? No. Would I feel guilty about it? No. Would I be upset that I wrecked a family? No. Because to me, this person needs to go off the face of this earth. And that is, most people would say that is just wrong, or I can't believe you would do that. But you also have to look at my circumstances. You have to look at why this would be as it is. So we have 5 people right now. Who is here right now? Mr. Nance gets it completely. And I mean, the other day when I saw this person, like, I actually sat and thought about it. Like, I've seen all the movies and I've watched the TV series, and like I said, I mean, in that aspect, when I was sitting and thinking about it, yes, I could completely agree with it. Are there people that are going to be purged that should not be? Yes, there will be, and that is part of the unfortunate part. So I mean, that is the downfall to things. But you got to think, for 12 hours, no police, no fire, no EMS, no nothing, just complete and total chaos. looting, as they say, all crime is legal for 12 hours. And if you haven't watched the Purge movies, I would say watch them. Start from the beginning. The very first one was the Purge, and then I think you had the Purge election year, and then you had the first Purge, which kind of is like it's actually a prequel to the Purge, but done later, and then you've got the Forever Purge. And then you've got the Purge TV series that was on USA. That was on 2 seasons. And it finished up right around when COVID had started. So I'll take part in the looting and have no remorse about that. As I said, I mean, like certain now when they go through it, certain crimes are still punishable. But like murder is fair game. But I don't believe rape is. Torture is fair game. So I'm looking for anybody else besides Mr. Nass want to add in on this. There's 4 people here. Hmm? What's the matter? We got the burpee?
Mm-hmm.
And you just ate that stuff. Cora said she'd also take part in looting. Like I said, the looting part I get. I do. Because you're not doing what is the unthinkable. Breaking into a store and taking the money, or some electronics, or some just whatever you have, whatever type of store you break into. But now the question is, how does that work for a better economy? Because when you're looting, you're taking away products and services, so that business has to raise its prices in order to keep up with demand. So this, like I said, this is where it's very, very interesting to see what people would say, and if you could actually 100% justify it yourself. Like the looting, the looting part's easy because again, you're not wiping somebody off the face of the earth. The actual part of taking somebody's life is not an easy decision. So that's where it comes in. If the purge happens, could you actually be that part that's just, okay, I'm going to sign up and join in the purge. And the other part that Miss Grimm had brought up, which was something they never showed in any of the movies. Now, during the movies, it's people running around the streets, people being in their homes. Okay. What about the prisoners that are in jail? What is the situation there? Because they never show any of that or have talked about that in the movies. And it just kind of hit me at a strange spot. Do you think they get to purge inside of the prison? Or because they wouldn't let them out on the streets, because letting them out on the streets, if you survive, then they got to recapture all these people that they let out. I don't know if I could take someone's life unless they pissed me off. No, I agree with that. I agree with that. Unfortunately, as I said, Mr. Nass knows exactly where I'm at, and I'm sure you do too. But they have beyond. The person that would be on the top of my list has beyond pissed me off. And what I'm going to do real quick is we are an hour and 10 minutes in. I am actually going to get ready to go mobile. Is anybody under me?
No.
Right.
I have both dogs with me.
A purge in prison would be interesting because do the inmates take the guard's life or just each other's?
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, that's what we were asking because, I mean,
There's somebody in prison who I would 100%.
now I would say that they would take each other's life because the guards, I would think, would be labeled as a level 10. I don't know exactly how that would work, but I don't know if they would be considered level 10 and off limits.
No animals to be armed.
Unfortunately, at that point, that is legal. In the purge, that would be legal. Animal cruelty, people are using animals. Like, what was the one I was just watching the other day? I was watching one of them the other day. It might have been election year or I don't know which one it was, but they were walking down the street with a couple of Rottweilers. And there she is. There's my girl, Heather M. Clemens. Hi, Boo. How are you? She is down to purge. And that has been the discussion that I really want to get going tonight. Because, as I said, if it became...
Oh, one of you has stinky butts.
I do not have a stinky butt. If it became legal to actually...
You're going to smell it in a second.
For the purge, who would and who would not participate in the purge?
I would.
I hate people that hurt animals. See, that is one of the things right there because I cannot stand somebody. Must be puppers. And yes, one of the puppies has stinky butt.
Someone was detected at your front
Yes,
door.
not that long ago, and Mr. Nass was here that night, and I don't know if I told everybody or not, but we were looking through Facebook, and there was a kitten, and I mean kitten, and the hair up here was gone, and its eyes were stitched closed because, somebody thought it was a funny thing to pour battery acid into this kitten's eyes. I hate ex-girlfriends who just use me for money to fuel their habit. I get that, but I don't know if you could turn around and just say, because you hate somebody. I mean, you actually really got to sit and think about this. I'd secure my family and then clear my head that way needed against those who deserve it. And that is
Someone
the thing.
was detected at your front door.
If you were going to actually do the purge, the person that you or the people you are going after, you would absolutely have to detest. Not even just hate. Hate is too light. Like, you absolutely have to detest this person. Like, this person or these people would be so bad that just in the morning, even just getting out of bed, before you even put your foot on the floor, you're going, my God, I cannot believe I am walking on this earth with this same fucking scumbag. And that's the point where you would have to be. You would have to absolutely detest this person beyond anything else. Like, there is nothing worse than this person or these people. Yeah, sounds like my ex. See me,
Your
again,
wing is done.
anybody, I have a few of those. Anybody that knows the situation and they know who I'd be talking about, I absolutely detest. Because anytime I see this person, I want to go after them. Why? Just because. Exactly. As far as I could do it in a different state and go a new state and no one would know me. Well, you got to remember too, if you've seen the movies, people are usually dressed in a costume. You don't see the actual person's face. And it's not something you would have to discuss with people. You could turn around and just say to people, yeah, last night we sat in, we barricaded ourselves in. We didn't go out, we heard all the violence, and then you go about your next day like nothing. All you have to say is job is done. Hi. What's my puppy doing? I have a puppy here. You'd be my partner in crime, wouldn't you? Here's the star of the show. Big old Freya. No, don't put your chin on me. You are drooling, you shit. Oh, Uncle Johnny says hi. Cousin Cora says hi. Yeah, your cousin says hi. I have my purge mask. I'd want them to see me coming. POS still deserves it. Do what he has. Yeah, oh no, I definitely have mine. I have my purge masks. But as I said, me for, again, 12 hours, it's legal. Well, that the first 11 and 11 3/4 hours is just pure torture. I wouldn't finish it that quick. The last 15 minutes, it'd be done. You just have to hope that before you have it done, before the second siren goes off, because in the movie it starts with a siren. It, as I said, it starts at like for 12 hours. So I think it's like 7 o'clock at night until like 7 o'clock in the morning. It's fair game. Anybody want a puppy? Anybody want a puppy? You are fixated on me tonight. Why? It's just your face. No torture needed. Just go down, get the job done, and move on. It's not my style. And Cora said she wants you. You want to go cousin Cora's? Huh? You'll go cousin Cora's? Cora said she'd take the puppy.
She'll regret that.
Yeah. Cora probably be calling me in about 20 minutes going, come get this dog. And Mr. Nass says, no torture needed. Just go down and get the job done and move on. It's not that easy. It's not.
Real nice.
I'll be your wingman if you will be my getaway car. Oh, there you go. And the thing is, remember, you don't need the getaway car. Remember, it's legal. They can't hang you out to dry for it.
I block it.
Oh, Gibbs' coffee hits the floor. Because you got to think, for the situation that we all know that I'm talking about, you have to think about the suffering and the torture that we've been through. Gotta get away before someone purges me. I'm small and have tiny legs. Definitely need a car. LOL.
Can that be my boo-boo?
Yes. Do you want to come over here? I'm getting ready to go mobile. Mobilia.
I would wait a couple minutes.
Why?
Stinky kitty.
I have fun with the stinky kitty out there. I am trying to
If
make
you
friends.
get sprayed by the stinky kitty,
I am trying to make friends with the stinky kitty. My goal is to make friends with the stinky kitty. And then we could bring the stinky kitty inside.
Luna.
You need to put the chair down because it's still hard. So, but you have a car, you can go multiple places and get multiple people. Stinky kitty, it's a skunk. Last night, Mr. Nass was leaving here, and there was a stinky kitty right by his car. When the stinky kitty moved away, then I told Mr. Nass he should run to his car quickly. Yes, stinky kitty is a skunk.
Leave him alone.
We have skunks walking around our apartment. Yeah, stinky kitty can fall down a manhole. I gotta catch him. I love them. They're so cute. Heather wants us to catch him. I try and make friends with all the wild animals. I've already made friends with a few squirrels. And I sit outside and I talk to the birds. And back in Morristown, I had a groundhog. I will buy you this. And she's talking about naming him Flower.
Petal was the one that used to come to the pet shop.
Yeah, Petal was the one they used to bring into the pet shop.
I
all
have
the time.
pictures of Petal somewhere.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I'd probably either name him Pepe.
No.
I've never been able to get close to a possum. I have gotten close to raccoons.
There was a possum in the shed in the backyard.
Nursing a baby squirrel with my sissy. His name is
Nomad.
Nomad. I had a squirrel at one point. He fell out of a tree. His name was Rebel, but he was too banged up, and I think a cat might have gotten him. So I think he had internal bleeding, so he didn't do well. So I'm going to get ready to go mobile here. Runa. Let's see here. Best Buy texted me. I hate
Yeah,
Best
tell
Buy.
everybody about the argument we had in Walmart today. Of what you
So-
said not buy.
We had an argument in Walmart today.
It wasn't. Well, maybe-
It's not an argument. It was just a discussion. And this was from yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Yes.
Yesterday and today. So Walmart at Defford has an ONN TV. Now they're not bad. They're not like, an LG or a Samsung or a Sony, whatever you have nowadays.
I'm very proud of you. Good girl, right?
But this TV, which Miss Grimm says that I definitely don't need, the TV that sits in the living room right now is an 86-inch. Well, I don't think that's big enough. Now we're going to do this real quick. Okay. We're going to allow. Just gotta give me 1 second here, because as soon as we switch this over, we're going to start getting the whoop, 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 whoop. So we need to mute this real quick and then switch in. So here we go. There we go. Hold on. Hold, please. There we go. So, fuck Walmart. Walmart these days, they profile me every time. You have good tuning deals. Yes, so they have a 96-inch television that Miss Grimm says I do not need. But think about it, 96 inches. Think how big the guy for Call of Duty would look. I mean, he'd be tall as fuck. He'd be like almost 3 feet tall. Speaking of which, anybody that is into gaming, I will recommend that they get the new Call of Duty Black Ops 6. The TV was originally $2,000. They have it for $1,495, I think, which is actually cheaper than the TV I have. See, my original 86-inch television, I couldn't beat the price on that. That was like pennies on the dollar. Exactly. I looked at this thing and my eyes just lit up and I was like, whoa. And you see, I even told her, but she's like, you have a 120-inch projector screen too. And yes, I do, which I was thinking about putting in the bedroom. But here's how it would work. The 86-inch would go to our bedroom. The 50-inch would go to the kitchen. The 43-inch, I would just turn around and sell for like 20, 25 bucks because it's, it's just an older TV and it's not bad and it still works. Boys and their toys. Yes, that is true. I like my toys. And strip clubs. Toys and strip clubs. Is that the TV, Mr. Nast? Now, I went to pick up the box. Holy fuck. I did not anticipate it. Now, on TVs are, Heather too, on TVs are normally not heavy because it's just what they build them out of. They're really not a heavy TV. This thing, it felt like it was full of cinder blocks. Like, this thing was fucking heavy. It's Roku ready. It's Google Play and Apple Air or whatever it is. It's got like Alexa in it. It's got everything in it. 122 pounds. Yeah, I would definitely say that. There's no way in hell I'd be picking that TV up. Like, I can barely pick up the TV I have here with help with somebody. And I don't even know what that one weighs in at. But I know the 86-inch is fucking heavy as shit. But I can say anybody that is into video games, I will say Black Ops 6 is definitely a really good game. The graphics on it are amazing. And I've only played the first chapter of it. 4K, 2160p resolution. Yeah. So, I mean, the TV, it's for an on TV, it is really a sharp TV. It is really awesome looking. But the box, holy fuck, the size of the box. I thought the box that this thing came in was big. Holy shit. 60 hertz refresh rate. Yeah, you're not making this any easier, Mr. Nast. You're not making this any easier. Not happening, sir. You should know Grimm and his electronics. Or just order for bachelor pad. Well, you could order for your bachelor pad, but where are you going to put it? We'd have to put it in the dining room. Because I think that's the only place that you would have a big enough wall to put it on, is in the dining room. And we'd still have to block up some windows. Your living room is just, because of the archway in your living room, it just throws it off. You don't have like one of those big walls. I sell a projector we put downstairs. I am not helping you get it downstairs. And you could sell the projector, but we're going to need to sell a lot more than just the projector. See, now the TV looks nice and everything, but I want to. That was part of the deal. See, I want to see how a picture actually looks on it. I want to see it play a movie. You know, I mean, I've got the 4K DVD. I've got a 4K DVD player and a 4K television. But the fucked up part is, you go to play a 4K movie on it and it doesn't play. It says it's not supported, and I don't understand why. Like now they're doing 8K TVs, which I don't get because nobody is broadcasting with 8K. The highest Comcast does, you might get 4K. You can get 4K on Netflix. But most satellite providers and cable providers are 1080p still. Which a lot of times 1080p doesn't look good at all, so you end up going to 720 for a less resolution rate that actually plays better. But what I'm going to have to do one night is at the 96 inch. Hey, Glenn. My God, if that's 96 inch, I'd be. From what I can see of the picture now, yes, I'm on my phone. I mean, the picture looks nice, but I'd be scared shitless to put it on the wall. Unless you actually have something solid to lag that into the wall, I'd be scared to death to put that on the wall. I put my 86 on the wall and I watched it bow the wall and I went, nope, let's get that down quick. Yeah, I don't know how we would even get that down your steps. Somebody is getting chased down the steps by a 122-pound TV. So, Mr. Nass looked up the TV. It is 122 pounds. It feels every ounce of it. Trained professional. He says he's going to get it for the bachelor pad, sell the projector, and we're going to take it to his basement.
You're never going to get down those steps.
I'm not getting it down them steps. I'm not even trying to get it down them steps. He said that's part of the deal.
Well, who's going to get down the steps then?
I don't know. I guess he's hiring somebody. I'm not doing it. You know, that comes under the whole thing. Not it. The Bilco doors. I don't know if you'd get it through there. Use tree as a pack mule. I'd be scared it would crush tree. I'm doing something that I shouldn't be doing. I had spicy sausage for dinner. Matter of mind over matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. I don't mind because it doesn't matter. I'm not doing it. Yes, I had spicy sausage for dinner and spicy sauce. So, yeah, and now I'm going to drink my milk. Yeah, this is going to turn out bad. I see the Reverend blowing chunks tonight. Real quick here, we are going to remove this. Unmute. There we go. I think we're back. You know, help, you know, watch. Oh, just kidding. It's out of stock, so can't order anyway. It's not out of stock in Deptford. It is sitting right there on the floor in Deptford. Brand new in the box. Oh, that extinguishes the fire. Oh, let's see here. Let's turn this back up. I always lose the buttons on here. No, you order online, then get people to set up for you. Yeah, that is true because I don't even know we'd have to get a truck to bring it home. Oh, wrong pipe. Let's see. 4 reactions. Got the ha-ha from Gwen. 5 people. I want ice cream. Wait. Who said we were getting ice cream?
Mall closes at 9. It's 12 o'clock.
You stopped off for ice cream. When the fuck did we get ice cream?
Yeah, so when the fuck did we get ice cream, Steph? So it's an hour and 39 minutes. Time flies when we're having fun. Cora wants ice cream. Well, I don't want ice cream. I'm drinking my milk to extinguish that fire. So now we're going to make Mr. Nast think too. So we've got 4 people. So how many shows are left? Purge ice cream, 98-inch television, interesting night. There you go. That is true. And Call of Duty. No. Mommy phone. You want to go home? You want to go to jail or you want to go home?
No. fuck. No.
Can't order because where I order from is closed. Then you got to order from like Wawa.
No. What did you do to your mouth?
Why? What's up with her mouth?
She's got a cut in the top of her mouth.
Could have been anything.
What did you eat?
Or what didn't I eat? So we're doing the roll call. We got an hour and 40 minutes. Trying to see
Don't
who's
give
here.
me your Don't give me your Go beat
So,
daddy with
yes.
the rope.
I think that could be a good night. Purge, ice cream, Call of Duty, 98-inch TV. I think
You
that
have
could be
a
awesome.
103-inch projector. You do not.
103? No, it's 120.
Okay, you have a 120-inch projector. You do not need a 90-inch television yet. I have no problem with you getting it once we buy the house. I am not moving it.
You're right. I'm not moving any of this stuff. That's called mover.
You're going to let a mover move that.
Yo, I ain't picking it up. Read
Are
the
you
light
gonna
on
let
my
it move?
forehead. Says crazy, not
Are you going to let a
stupid.
mover touch that?
Yeah, but not the stuff inside of it. Look, that's more to me than that is.
I know. What about the Freya?
Only one thing missing from tonight. And what is missing from the night, sir?
Yeah, well, keep this in mind. Dixie
Oh,
go
God.
make that money. $20 is $20, bitch.
That's going to be a lot of $20 to get that TV, Mr. Nast. So, how many shows left until the 24-hour show? That'll be the last topic that we should hit on tonight. And just think, we'll just do it the easy way. Everybody will have to
Luna,
watch.
she's hurting your mommy.
Everybody will have to watch Dixie porn on the 96-inch television. Cinco? Is that 5? Yes, 5. There's only 5 shows left until the 13th. Wow. Anybody that's still here, because
No!
anybody that's still here, think about it. We have 5 shows left until the 24-hour show, which is at 9 o'clock on Friday night until on the 13th until 9 o'clock on the 14th of Saturday. That is a long show, and that's December. Wow, that just missed my hand.
Grace is gonna get up. Anybody want to watch the battle?
Her hair is up. She's getting too rough. Freya? For if we don't do a show
Oh, this is
Black
gonna be
Friday, not
Luna's
trying
gonna
to
get
be
hurt
a
on this
racist.
Babe. Luna's off the street.
How is doing a show on Black Friday being a racist?
Who's her favorite?
For if we don't do a show Black Friday, not trying to be a racist.
Who said that?
Mr. Nass. Well, I know that we are not doing a show this coming Tuesday,
Fuck.
the 5th. We will not be doing a show. We will not be doing Drago and Tinks because we are not talking about the election. Anybody, if we even do a show, if anybody says anything about election, and unfortunately, we will remove you that night from the chat. We will not be talking about election. We will not be talking about who wins, who loses. No, not happening.
If everyone wants a good laugh.
I have a tug of war match in my living room between Luna and Freya right now.
Freya's kicking her ass.
Of course, Freya's going to kick her ass. Luna's like half her, not even half her weight. Freya has her by about 100 pounds.
Luna also has a tiny piece of the rope.
Yes, no questions. You mention it and you go on. Yes, unfortunately, because we do not talk about politics or religion, even though that I am the Reverend. I will say one thing, though. I would say congratulations to Matt and Emily. Tomorrow, Matt and Emily are getting married. I know they're not here tonight, but never know. Matt may turn around and
No, he's got too much. He's got easy.
keep Mr. Nast safe. Hey, enough, you two.
Shit.
Okay, well then put her in crate.
Enough.
She's too fired up. She needs to go home. Home.
Off. Drop it. Off. Off.
So yes, in that 24-hour show,
Off.
we are going to
Freya,
have,
that's my fucking finger.
no,
Home.
we will have special appearances, and for 24 hours there will at least be one host on at all times. So it's going to start on the Reverend Grimm show. It's going to continue, and then Saturday night it will finish up. It'll still be the Reverend Grimm show. I don't know if the Crimson Phoenix will be back by then. I don't know if Mama D will be back by then, but I know myself and Miss Grimm, we are going to do
And the Luna.
and we're going to be doing like a crafting thing at some point. The Luna and the Freya will be here. Mr. Nass will be taking a spot or two. Darth Nexus 5, which you can find him on Facebook and
Tea time with Mr. Nice.
TikTok and Twitter, Twitch, and I think YouTube. You can find him over there. He will be making an appearance, trying to get and see if Spawn wants to do something. And yeah, I'm waiting for a couple other people to get back to me. So yes, we are trying to get a bunch of people, and this should all be really, really awesome. So I hope you can join us. And I know that it's, if anybody wants to try and make it the full 24 hours from beginning to end, we're not saying you can't do it. That would absolutely be amazing. But if you can't, it will all be up. You could always go in and watch it along a little by a little and see what kind of mayhem we had come up with that night. The overnight hours, we figure, are going to be the hardest, but we are all working. Me and Mr. Nast are working on ideas for that. So, it's getting close to that time for the Reverend to. The mayhem overnight is gone. The crazy part. Yes, that will be the crazy part. And Cora said she doesn't blame us for about the whole thing on election night. As we said, it's not something that we want to get into, because no matter how you look at a situation such as politics, whether it doesn't matter how it is, you're either wrong or, you could be right, but you could be wrong. It's just not a well thing. If I lived by myself, I would do all night on the 13th. Well, there you go. But as I said, we are recording it. It will be recorded. You could always go in and watch it. And it breaks down to I think we figured out about 12 shows. So you would have, if you sat down and you watched it, or if there was a way that we could actually put pieces up while I am gone recovering after my surgery, then we will figure things out. It may be pre-recorded, but again, there is going to be a lot. Yeah, 12 shows, so we don't do no shows till after Christmas. Oh, just kidding. Yeah, there you go. 12 shows, yes. But during that time period, you'll have Miss Grimm, you'll have Mr. Nast, and if anybody else wants to come and spend some time with them, the door will be open. But as we go here, we're going to start because very, very soon the Reverend needs his coffin. So we'll start out at the beginning here. Olin's Customs. As you know, myself and Miss Grimm, we started a company named after AJ and Hope, which is Olin's Customs. You can find it on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. We do shirts, we do tumblers, we do 3D printing, we do custom work, stuff for your car, you name it, we can do it. There's really not anything that we can't do. So check it out. Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. We're always posting something. Again, also, we are working on a limited edition shirt, which is, you could have anything on the front that you want, but it is the Gift of Life symbol, and it has AJ and Hope's name in it. And on the back, it says, what does it say back again? On the back of the shirt.
What? Love, hope. Peace, love, hope.
Peace.
Donation saves lives.
Peace, love, hope. Organ donation saves lives. And remember, if you order one of those, they are $30, and the portion of those proceeds will be going to the Gift of Life, and the donation will be made in the name of AJ and Hope. So if you're interested, you can contact myself, you can contact Miss Grimm, or you can find the link on the Basement Show directly to Holin's page, and we can gladly discuss what you need. Coming soon, thebasementshow.live.com. It will be a .com. It will be our domain. So this way we don't have to worry about getting hit with those copyright infringements, such as tonight we could have shown censoring the cow. But unfortunately, with showing that, we would end up getting hit with a copyright, and we take a chance on the show not going up, or them, taking part of the show out, which could take out a very big part of something that we are working on at that point, and other people will miss that opportunity. So hopefully this happens sooner than later. Show lineup. So Monday night is ladies' night. The past couple of weeks have been the Grimms, but normally on ladies' night you have Miss Grimm and Mama D. But on the Grimms you have myself and Miss Grimm, and you never know what we're going to get into or what we're going to discuss, or just be a complete wacky shit show night. Tuesday, the Memories of Drago and Tink. That is normally me and Mr. Nast, but you never know. It could be somebody different. This week, again, there will be no show on Tuesday night, so there won't be any Memories of Drago and Tink this week. Wednesday night with Mr. Nast, Entertainment Night has come back to the Basement Show, which means Mad Libs, trivia, movie trivia, stories. It can be complete and utter chaos sometimes, but chaos is good. Everybody has a good time. And, we all get to sit and have a few laughs. And sometimes we just pick on Mr. Nass for the night. Thursday nights is to be determined. Lately, we've been taking the night off, but it could be an expedition night. It could be a story night. It could be an anything night. It could be a pop-up show night. You never know what's going to happen. Friday night is the Reverend Grimm and Crimson Phoenix show with myself and Miss Heather. Lately, Miss Heather has been on leave from the show, and we hope everything is going well and that everything in her family, we keep them in our prayers, and that we hope that she will be able to return soon. But she needs to return in her time. We don't rush anybody back. You take the time that you need. And then you always stay tuned for pop-up shows. You never know when a pop-up is going to happen, who is going to do the pop-up, when the pop-up day, you never know. Could be before a show, could be after a show. Tomorrow night, you may get one before the concert. You may get one during the concert. You may get one after the concert. You just got to kind of keep an eye out. And for all of these shows, as you notice, we've taken the times out. It is up to the host when they are going to start their show. But you will always be able to find that out in the posts that we put up during the day. So watch for that. The only show that does have a set time would be Friday nights, which is 9 o'clock. As Mr. Nass tells you, I do not get out of my coffin any earlier than that. So we could always put this up. Special shows coming this weekend with Mr. Nass. Stay tuned for updates. So there's going to be a special show tomorrow night with a special pop-up before, during, or after. We will put something up. So make sure you keep an eye out on your Facebook page for, if we are definitely doing a pop-up or not. You can follow The Basement Show with Mr. Nass on Facebook and YouTube, as well as TikTok at Basement Show with Mr. Nass. So make sure that you go follow all those. Make sure to like, follow, and share all pages, please, and thank you. Make sure to drop a reaction on any streamer you watch. It's a free way to support them and their shows, but only if you like what you are watching. This tells the streamer and the host doing that night, that you like what you are seeing, that, they are doing a good job. And it's a free way just to show them, hey, look, thank you for doing what you're doing tonight. It was funny. You can put the thumbs up. You can put a heart. You can laugh. You can turn around and put an angry face, and they'll turn around and go, okay, obviously I didn't do something right, or I did something that they didn't like. So, this kind of tells them, they go back and they look at their shows and they go, all right, so there was something in there that somebody didn't like. So let me see what I should potentially change. So, like I said, drop those likes, those hearts, those funny face. It is definitely something that it just, that everybody appreciates. Last one, the hardest one as usual. Hashtag justice for AJ and Hope. As we say, the days are getting closer and closer for AJ and Hope to get the justice that they truly deserve. here and the rest of our family, the family of the Basement Show, and our personal families, and it was very, very tough because AJ and Hope were taken way too soon in life, and I feel that they were taken unjustly, but they will get the justice that they truly do deserve, and their names will carry on, and they will always be remembered, always loved, never forgotten. So if you see this hashtag, please share it and pass it along. Thank you on that. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have hit 2 hour and 1 minute mark. So it is that time of the night for the Reverend to finally head to his coffin. It'll probably be another early morning tomorrow morning, as it's been every morning. So, I don't think Gary's here, but people that stopped in tonight. We had Cora, we had John, we had Stephanie, we had Heather.
No, come over here.
We had
Over
Miss
here.
Grimm. We had Kelsey. We had Gwen. We had Jacqueline Bittner. Looking. We had Troy. And if I missed anybody, I am sorry, but we greatly appreciate that. Gary is here. Yeah, we had Gary, and Gary is here with us. So, Gary, it is that time of night, and I want to say thank you for everybody for stopping in and spending the past 2 hours with me. And at this point, I'm going to let Gary go ahead. Gary, take it away, Gary. Help me close it out. Hey, it didn't scroll down. Have a good one. Have fun at the concert. Thank you, Cora. Don't take any shit. Happy Halloween all year round. There you go. Couldn't have said it better. Don't take any shit from anybody. You know what? You got to do what makes you happy. That's the main thing that matters. That's all that matters. As long as you are happy doing what needs to be done. You know what? It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Of course, happy Halloween all year round. As the Reverend always does. Reverend is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, Halloween in this place. It's always Halloween in the Reverend's dungeon. So, and remember, if you have to walk through hell with your head held high like you fucking own the place, because guess what? Only you can choose your destiny. Not anybody else can choose this for you. It's what makes you happy, what you know that has to be done the way that you want it done, not the way anybody else wants it, not what anybody else says. As long as you and your family are happy with the decisions that you all make together, it doesn't matter what anybody else says. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Thank you for all you do. Gary, thank you again for being here, and thank you for doing what you do. Also, everybody, as I will say myself too, thank you, everybody, for being here for the past 2 hours. Everybody stay safe. I hope you had a good holiday, as I will call Halloween a holiday. And until we all meet again, which could be possibly tomorrow night, you never know. Stay safe, stay healthy. Until the Reverend sees you again, deuces. Have a good night, everybody. From the Reverend and the rest of the basement crew, we're out.
some mistakes that cost me